Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Birds and the Panthers coming up next.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And here come the Eagles on offense, and it's Jalen Hurts at the controls in his second season now out of Oklahoma.
A lot of expectations for Jalen Hurts this year, but he has the support of the franchise, including the man who owns the franchise. Had a 4-game audition at the tail end of last year and did enough that the Eagles sent Carson Wentz to Indianapolis. They're expecting Jalen Hurts to be their quarterback of the present and the future.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Now he steps away, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And his pass incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And it's third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding them to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now here we go for the first time with the Panthers offense led out by their new quarterback for 2021 in his 4th season overall now after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
Many people put stock in a quarterback's record as a starter, and Sam Darnold just 13-25 overall with the Jets. So many think that he's not going to be the guy, but there's a lot of talent there, and the Carolina Panthers are expecting it to come out. This could be a classic case of a change of scenery could do him well, plus the surrounding cast that he's inheriting in Carolina, better than anything he played with in New York. This is a great opportunity for Sam Darnold.
A first down throw, Darnold. And right away, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. And Darnold, he lost the football, and the Eagles have recovered. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Open man has got it, the tight end. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, the big play prior to this one got them down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Panthers now making their way back out here on offense, Charles. They're one of 5 teams remaining unbeaten through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got that third win Thursday night, week 3, 24-9. They took care of the Houston Texans, but that win came at a price. Christian McCaffrey sidelined early in that game with a hamstring injury, and that's expected to keep him on the sideline for at least a few weeks.
And that's a big blow to the Carolina offense because everything revolves around him. He was averaging, I think, in the high 20s in terms of touches per ball game. So that's something now that Chuba Hubbard, the backup, a 4th-round pick out of Oklahoma State, I don't think he's going to get that same volume. But they picked him because he's a similar type player to Christian McCaffrey, one who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch it out of the backfield as well. In fact, the head coach, Matt Rule, his wife had texted him at that time frame and said, hey, Chuba Hubbard ate us up at Baylor. Draft him, please. And that's exactly what they were thinking, and they got it. But their defense has been absolutely sensational. It's held all 3 opponents to 14 points or less, Brandon.
And Charles, they're also going to be without J.C. Horn, a top 10 pick this year. He got injured as well.
Yeah, apparently he broke multiple bones in his foot, so Carolina immediately went out and picked up another former high pick. Cornerback C.J. Henderson for the Jaguars made a trade to get him in camp. And look at their schedule. Up next at Dallas, then home for Philadelphia and Minnesota.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On is the punter, Charlton, now as he's able to get this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Hurts. Well, it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Here's the Eagles' new punter for 2021, Aaron Sipos, to punt it away. Back deep, Alex Erickson. 40-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers about ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Everyone in a Carolina uniform happy to see that 1st down catch by DJ Moore, but none happier than his new quarterback, Sam Darnold, who never really had a wide receiver 1 in New York. Now he has one in DJ Moore, who's gone over 1,100 yards in each of his last 2 seasons, 3rd in the league in 2020. And
under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Darnold now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Well, the Eagles offense again coming out here 1-2 on the season. They were winners week 1 in Atlanta, but since then have lost at home to the Niners and then on the road in Dallas Monday night week 3. And now coming up, the Eagles getting some tough games all in a row. Home for Kansas City week 4, week 5 at Carolina, and then back home for Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucs in week 6. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
On first down, Darnold. To the right side and complete to Thomas. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Second and 5.
Let's go, baby. Max 50. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he will find the rookie from LSU, Terrace Marshall. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And despite the big lead, they really did next to nothing throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage. We'll see how aggressive they want to be going forward. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, he shifts past him. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Let's go.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Darnold on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. He gets it to Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
And now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Darnold. This is caught. Touchdown. Ian Thomas, 27 yards. And the Panthers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped.
But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure,
there he goes right side. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's going to look deep for more. He's got it at the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
Darnold from the red zone now. And Thomas has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
McCaffrey.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Darnold to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Darnold.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Alex Singleton in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. That's into the hands of Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment. it as it's a first down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to fourth down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Terrace Marshall, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Darnold. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Darnold on target to Moore for the Panther first. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.